Welcome back, my friends, and happy Sunday. At least this is Sunday for me. I thought this would be a great, perfect time to share the meal plan for the week and tell you what I did today to get ready for all the meals and things like that, what I prepped for food for the week so that I would stay within the pantry challenge as well as within my no spin challenge. So in case you are new to the channel, welcome, welcome. This is Intentional Living with Shelly, and I am involved in two challenges right now. One is a pantry challenge, which I'll link below, but it's pantry challenge for the next 2 months. We are on week 4 of a 2-month pantry challenge to eat from the pantry and to go to the grocery store as little as I can, which is really just to be thoughtful and frugal and to use what we have. And I absolutely love this challenge. It is hosted by Jessica from Three Rivers. If you have not heard of it, I will link her channel below. The other challenge that I'm involved in is a personal challenge that I am involved with another person, and that is a no spend year. And this one is way more personal for me, and it is really involving living more intentionally and spending on things that are intentionally being spent and not just, frivolously spending on things that I don't need or want or doesn't bring joy and happiness to my life. Along with that, I am on a personal journey to do a lot of healing. I have a lot of health issues, and so I'm hoping this year, 2024, will be the year that I am able to do some healing through better eating and exercise and just the power that food and general health has to heal your body. So here is the meal plan for this coming week. It is Sunday the 21st, but I really focus on the 5 days that I'm going to be at work this week. So I am going to be changing my eating habits, and instead of focusing on like 3 meals or, 3 or 4 meals, how you snack and that kind of thing, I am going to be starting to do the 6 small meals. I have been kind of researching that, and I think that given my health issues, I think that that's going to do much better for me. Also, given my work schedule with where I work at, I think that that will probably do much better for me. So let me just show you what I have on the menu today that's coming up for the next week. So what I started off doing was I went through the pantry to see what I had in stock. I did do a small grocery pickup, I think it was yesterday, just to get a couple fresh things. I needed some milk or, some coconut milk, and a couple other things. So I went through, I have a well-stocked pantry for everything else. So I just kind of went through to see what I wanted to use up for this week. And so and then I made a list down here. So these are the things that I kind of wanted to use up for this week. I have some oatmeal and some blueberries. I have some eggs to use. I have some bacon that I took out of the freezer. I have some fresh Greek yogurt. I have some cheese to use, some green olives that have garlic in them. And then I did pick up some fresh vegetables. We picked up Brussels sprouts, broccoli. I have 1 green zucchini. I have a couple sweet potatoes. I have some beets from the garden that are still in the refrigerator, and I do have some parsnips as well. So these are some of the things that I just kind of wanted to mindfully use up this week. And then I do have a freezer full of fish and some other chicken and meat and things like that. I tend to eat very heavy on the vegetables and not so much on the meat. And again, I have a pantry full of items that we canned this summer. So let's get started. So for breakfast this week, I'm going to be doing a 6 a.m. breakfast. That works perfect for me, that I can eat while I commute to work. So I did an egg scramble. What I did was I put bacon in the oven and just cooked it that way. Now, I know a lot of you might be thinking like, okay, bacon, you're trying to feel better, but actually it is uncured bacon from a locally sourced pork, and so I'm not feeling too guilty about that, on top of which I rarely eat bacon, so I'm not feeling too guilty about that one. So what I cooked in this egg scramble was, first of all, I started off by cooking just a little bit of bacon in the oven. I also then did, because it's for the whole week, I did 8 eggs, a large handful of some Parmesan cheese that I had in the refrigerator, some salt, some pepper, a huge thing of spinach, and some Parmesan, and the bacon. That's it. And so I did just a whole pan of egg scramble, and then I divided it into 5 containers. And so that will last me all week. I will be able to warm that up and eat it on the way to work. I slightly undercooked the eggs so that when I do warm them up, they're not going to be too rubbery. The next meal for me is going to be about 9 a.m. and I'm going to do overnight oats for each day. I don't mind eating the same thing every day. I'm kind of a creature of habit that way anyways, so eating the same thing every day for me is not a big deal. I do have old-fashioned rolled oats. So what I did over here is I literally prepped each container with the oats. I threw in some oats, some cinnamon, and I think that was it. That's all I put in for there. Some oats and some cinnamon. And then every night when I go to bed, right before I go to bed, I'll throw in a small handful of some blueberries and the coconut milk and put that in the refrigerator. And then that way about 9 a.m. I can eat those before, or like while I'm at work. This is a good time for me to be eating something that I need a spoon with, and not to make a mess on myself. This is generally a time that I know I can generally do something like that. For 12 o'clock meal, this is where I was kind of trying to think of something that would be more filling and that I would actually probably want to have some protein in. And so I grabbed some salmon out of the freezer as well as some chicken breast. So I have from Butcher Box, I have some wild caught salmon, as well as I have the boneless, skinless chicken breast from Butcher Box. So the salmon is about 2.5 ounces each little salmon patty, or not patty, but little fillet. So what I did with the salmon is that I poached it with some home canned chicken broth and a little bit of lemon and some parsley. And so I just put it in there and poached it for a few minutes, and it came out fantastic. Again, I put it into a couple containers. I roasted a handful of vegetables to go for these 3 containers. The vegetables were some Brussels and some broccoli. So I roasted vegetables and put them in these 3 containers. So I had 2 salmon fillets that I poached, and then over here I poached, because I had the poaching liquid out. I already had opened a jar of home canned chicken broth, so I didn't want to waste it. So I decided to go ahead and also poach my chicken. For the poached chicken, what I did was I butterflied it in half, so that way it would poach more evenly instead of having uneven thickness of chicken breast. I like it to be filleted in half. So I poached 2 chicken breasts here. I put 2.5 ounces in each container, one of which I had the vegetables in. The other one I will put some avocado in. I don't have it in there right now. I didn't want to cut it open. On my last 12 o'clock meal, I will probably do a taco bowl. I have home canned taco meat. And then I also have already home canned some black beans, and I'll put the other half of this avocado in here. My next meal will be my 3 o'clock snack, and I have some cheese that I had picked up. It is, I think, some brie, and I also have those olives that I wanted to use up, the green olives with some garlic, so I'll go ahead and do those. And then I also hard-boiled some eggs this week, so when the olives and the cheese are gone, I will do a hard-boiled egg for those last couple days. Down here for dinner when I get home, I will probably have roasted vegetables each day. That's kind of what I normally will do each day. It's something I prefer to do. I don't really like heavy dinners. And I have a lot of vegetables down here that I want to use up. The beets, the parsnips, the sweet potato, the zucchini. And so those are things that I will probably just toss into the air fryer. My air fryer also bakes and roasts as well as air fries. So I will put those in to cook while I change my clothes, that kind of thing. So that was for dinner. And then for my last meal, I'll probably have a snack right before bed. I do have some fresh Greek yogurt. And so for 3 days, I did measured out a half of a cup of the Greek yogurt. It is plain Greek yogurt without any sweeteners or anything like that added to it. And so what I did was I measured out a half of a cup of Greek yogurt. I put in a handful of berries and just a little bit of some fresh honey. And so I'll have that, or I can have a hard-boiled egg. I don't have to eat these things in this order. I just like to have them all planned out, and then I can choose what I want. These are the things that I prepped today, and it really honestly didn't take me very long. I did the egg scramble. While I did the egg scramble, I made the bacon, the hard-boiled eggs cooked. I poached the salmon and the chicken. I did roast some vegetables. These I just tossed in the oven. I chopped all my vegetables. So what I did was all of these vegetables, I literally chopped everything up. And so that way when I come home from work, they're already done. All I have to do is toss them into either the oven or the air fryer and let them go while I take a quick shower after work. I also did the oatmeal so that each night when I want to get the oatmeal ready for the next day, all I need to do is add the berries and the milk. And I did measure out my yogurt so that when I come home from work, when I want a snack before bed, it's already ready to go for me. One of the things that I really struggle with is that by the time I get home from work, I don't want to do a lot of prep work for either dinner or for a snack. I'm tired. I've usually worked a 10 or a 12-hour shift, and I've also commuted home. And so I am usually in no mood to do any prep work for anything and very little cooking. And so I decided that by prepping all of this stuff, putting it already measured into containers, getting it all chopped up, all of that kind of stuff would make it much more likely that I would actually follow this meal plan instead of defaulting to DoorDash or a drive-through or something else like that. And really, I'm hoping that this will continue to keep me on a good path with not only the pantry challenge that I'm involved with, but also with my no spin challenge, and particularly with eating from home so that I can continue to heal my body through good eating and through good exercise and that kind of thing. So hope this has been informational for you guys. If you have enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Also hit the subscribe button. I would love for you to be part of the YouTube family, and see you in the next video.